Hi, welcome to my channel, Talk Jackie Tarot. Today is October 30th, 2025, Thursday. So tomorrow is Halloween, All Hallows Eve, right? Actually, tonight, well, midnight, but, and then it's the last day of Halloween, or the last day of October. And then my birthday's in 5 days after Halloween. I don't know. I don't really have anything right now. It's quiet. I like it. You know how, like, before... Okay. You know how, like, in TV shows and movies and things like that, before, like, a grand meeting, right? Or, like, oh my god, perfect. The scene that I'm getting, for some reason, it's a show with Viola Davis. Love her. She always plays, like, these strong female characters, which I absolutely love. A strong woman in power. Love it. But the scene that I'm getting is it's from her show, How to Get Away with Murder. But it's towards, like, I think, like, the last season of the show. And it's kind of like where, or the last 2 seasons maybe, where she's taking her case to, like, the grand judge, or, like, the grand, I don't know. It's like a big deal, right? But before the trial starts, by the way, she ends up winning the trial. But, like, before the trial starts and all the commotion and all of this, all of that, right? She ends up going into, like, the courtroom to kind of just, like, see all the chairs and see everything. And it's so quiet in there. It's just her, right? It's like she just takes it all in before the commotion starts. That's what I'm getting right now. So, I guess, again, it would be the quiet before the storm, right? But it's, like, a necessary storm, because this is, like, necessary for her to do. She ends up winning, right? I think because you're winning, because I feel like because she won, people started retaliating against her. What was it? Who was she going against? The state, I think, or oh my gosh, it was so big that because she won that case, right? I don't know. I guess they tried to build, like, a RICO case against her or something like that. They tried to build a case against her because she was winning or because she won. And that did not work out. She ended up winning the case that was being built against her. She won it, right? Because I feel like the undertones of that was, like, the last case of the show, by the way. Spoiler alert. It was basically because she was too powerful at this point, too well known, too successful. Her wins were, like, immaculate or like crazy good. Okay. Granted, whatever. Anyways, I feel like that last win of hers, right? It was like that was only being done because she won against the state or something. What is? Hold on. Give me 1 second. That's a good show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, How to Get Away with Murder. It's a good show. It's on Netflix, I think. Or maybe Hulu. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I think it was a class. Okay, she won the landmark class action lawsuit, which advanced public defender funding across the country. It was the Leahy versus Commonwealth. Oh yeah, it was the Supreme Court. That's what I was getting. The Supreme Court, yeah. So this case of hers went all the way to the Supreme Court. Which the Supreme Court sided with the plaintiffs, marking a major legal victory and a national step forward for defendants. So it was a really big deal. And I feel like when she won that, they ended up decided to build the case against her to bring her back down, because that case that she won, so you could have won something, or you could have done something, or you could have or you're gaining success or notoriety, or I don't know, you're getting up there. Someone's like, okay, you're getting a little too high up there, you're getting a little too well known, you're getting a little too popular, you're getting a little too successful, we're going to bring you back down a notch. It's not going to work. All right, and it's only being done because of your status at the moment, your success, your notoriety, your popularity, your publicity, whatever the case it is. That's the only reason why someone or some people want to bring you back down a notch is because you're getting a little too out of reach for them. You're getting a little too, bring it back down. And the divine is like, for what? Let them go reach the stars. They could do that. They want to reach the stars, they could reach the stars. They could absolutely do that. Who are you to tell them they cannot go further, reach the stars? Why are you telling them they can't do that? Why are you going to do something deliberately so that way they can't reach the stars? You see what I'm saying? So it's not going to work. But there definitely is that energy. And I was getting, right before I started this reading, it was like quiet, like a courtroom, right? And I feel like she went into the Supreme Court room. I keep wanting to say Supreme Court Justice. So you could be winning something that's a major deal, or something that's really, really big, or your success is, I don't know, like whatever it is that you're doing, it's like being noted, or you're being noticed or seen, or you're going to be noticed worldwide, or people around the world are going to know who you are, something like that. All right, because this is a big deal. The Supreme Court, that's not no little like city town hall court, or like little, you know, traffic court thing. No, this is like, these are the big dogs in Washington D.C., I believe. And this is serious. All right, and you win. You won. You're gonna win. All right, and someone's just like, all right, that's it's because there's the power behind that, right? So there could be you're walking into your power, which is your power, your right, okay? And someone's like, but no. They have too much power. Why? Because you have none? It's crazy too, because I feel like your power, for someone who feels like they have none or has very little to work with, the amount of power that you have is just like natural. It's like, I don't know, the best way I could see is like, it's like a regular cup of water, all right? A regular cup of water. But to someone who only has to drink like a drop of water every day, they feel like you have too much water. That's a lot of water. That's enough. And it's like, well, you're only saying that because you're only drinking like a little cap full of water every day, right? Go get a bigger cup. Stop trying to bring someone down who's drinking from a big glass of water every single day. I feel like that's really what it is. Someone really feels some type of way because you have a lot of water, or you're just really abundant. And it's like, well, instead of taking it out on that person, go make your cup bigger, or, you know, go do something, right? Go create, go revel, go live life, go, right? Like, so whatever they're trying to do to bring you back down or knock you down, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting like knock you down a peg or bring you off your high horse, right? But it's like, you have a horse too. Why aren't you sitting on top of your horse? Because you're too lazy to get on up, right? You don't want to climb up on that horse. Have you ever tried to climb a horse, to get on it, to ride it? That's hard. Horses are really, really tall, right? And I'm a very short individual, so having to climb up on a horse, I need like stepping stools and like a push and like a shove, okay? But it's not impossible. So I feel like someone is just feeling some type of way because they don't have much to drink from, or they don't, your power is just too much. Let me see something. What is that? I was getting that. So it's not going to work. And it shows too, like, you're just doing that because you feel some type of way about their success, their power, their strength, their how much water they have in their cup. Supreme Court Justice. I feel like that's significant. I also saw the word justice yesterday by itself, justice, right? So a lot of you could be experiencing something like a realigning, a balancing, all right? Something is being balanced out for you. You're getting justice. So there are 9 Supreme Court justices. Oh my gosh, I had a dream about 9. So they make up the Supreme Court. Let me see something. A Supreme Court justice is a judge who serves on the Supreme Court of the United States, the nation's highest court. They are nominated by the President and confirmed by the Senate for lifetime appointments, consisting of 1 of Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. Their role involves interpreting laws, the Constitution, and making final rulings on legal cases. So there's going to be a final judgment. That's what that is. I just seen 1123, 1, 2, 3. So a final judgment is in place right now. And it's good for you, right? Because it's going to help bring in order. 1123 is going to help. I don't know, things are being realigned so that way you can continue to push forward and move forward. And if you want to go reach for the stars, have at it. You can do that. There's nothing blocking you, stopping you, or getting in your way. But somebody is like, no. But it's kind of like the judgment has already been done. Like, we already ruled in the collective's favor. Like, that's why it's not going to work. So whoever's doing this, they feel like, no, they're flying too high. But it's like, they've already been granted permission to do so. So who are you to tell them no? That's why it's not going to work. Okay, that's interesting. I'm going to start off with Kipper, and then I'm going to, oh my gosh. And then I'm going to move on to this deck. Okay, I'll get 3. Thief reverse, mature man in reverse. So there's a man that couldn't steal from you. Huh. This could be somebody that's older than you, or they're just really immature for their age. Like, you shouldn't be doing all that. You shouldn't be. You're how old and you're still acting that way? You know what, too? I'm getting like a really sassy man for some reason. Or this man could just be sassy in nature, or they just come across as like sassy. I don't know. I was running some errands recently, right? And I was at this place doing this thing, and there was a man there, and the vibe he gave me was like, I couldn't figure it out at first. And I wanted to say judgy. Like, there's something about him that's very judgy, but I'm like, that doesn't fit. That's not the word, right? And so I just sat in that for a minute, and then finally the word came to me, sassy. And when I looked at the word in my mind, and when I looked at this man, it fit perfectly. And I'm like, that's what it is. This is a very sassy man. Not a judgy man. It's just very, very sassy. Like, period. Right? So this could be a sassy man, right? Not gay, right? And not like judgmental. They have a little bit of sass to them, like, honey, okay? It's something like that. And they're also immature too. So you have like this immature man who has like a little bit of sass to him. They couldn't steal from you. They couldn't do what they were planning to do, which is be a thief and steal something from you. They couldn't do it, all right? We have thief in reverse. I wanted to say sass in reverse, but mature man in reverse, okay? That is funny. On the bottom of the deck, we have bad health upright. So this man could be in bad health. I feel like it's more like their emotions. They're emotionally unwell. So whoever this immature man in reverse is, who I feel like they're in their feelings right now because they couldn't steal something from you, right? And I don't know. This is definitely a karmic masculine, but they operate with hints of karmic feminine energy, right? Like gossip, bitchy, sassy. Like, do you want to go to brunch with us or not? Because you coming across like you do, like, you know. There's nothing wrong with men who go through brunch, but it's just like you seem to be like you want to be one of the girls, so it's like that. Whoever this man is, I can't put my finger on it, but it's giving that kind of vibe, right? Like they're not gay, right? But there's sass in them. Like they're like, you ask them to go to brunch, like, yes, period, let's go. And it's like, I don't know. Like, alright, this could be a masculine that tried to steal something of a divine feminine. Maybe this karmic masculine tried to steal the reputation of a divine feminine, or like the opportunity of a divine feminine, or the sight. Oh, the sight of a divine feminine, because you can see this man for who he is. Like, you're not. There's something about, I'm not laughing because I think sexuality is funny. I'm laughing because it's like, you don't have to hide it. We're in 2025. Like, you're more supported than ever. But I feel like this mature man in reverse, there's something with their sexuality that they're either wanting to explore, afraid to explore, or they currently are exploring. And you can see that, right? They don't want to be, don't pick that up on me. Don't see me for who I am, sister. Don't see me for who I am, honey. It's like that, and you can see that. I feel like they wanted to take something from you where you can see them for who they are, right? My goodness. This could be someone who's like on the down low, or hasn't really come to terms with who they are, and that's perfectly fine. But don't get mad because you can't be a thief. And I feel like too, like, you're how old and you can't accept yourself for who you are. That's a problem. This is a grown-ass man. Look, a grown-ass man, and you're still hiding your sexuality, your identity, who you are, who you want to be with, what you want to be. Like, you're like, that's a problem. Right? That's a problem. Like that. So not only are you hiding who you are, but you think you can steal something from divine feminine. That's not possible. Or divine masculine even. All right? I don't know what the problem is, but they're too old to be acting a certain way. And then trying to, like, I don't know, pin something on you or blame you. I feel like they were trying to blame you or pin something on you before their real identity was figured out or realized or put out there. It could be like trying to discredit you, right? I feel like this person was trying to discredit you because they fear that you would go around talking about their identity or their sexual identity, whatever the case it is. So they went around and tried to discredit you before you got your win, before you got your success, before you got whatever. So that way it's kind of like, in their mind, you're flying too high, you're getting too close to the stars, right? What does that mean for them? And it's like, no one's worried about you. If you want to be gay, go be gay. Like, I don't care about that. And I think they're so afraid of their identity being revealed. They're like, oh my gosh, what if the collective gets too popular? What if they're going to say something and people are going to believe them because they're so popular, so successful? I got to do something to stop it. And I think this is the individual, because you're guaranteed and you're already getting wins in justice, right? So in that, what I was just talking about, Annalise Keating won like a big win, like national, right? So you're winning, you've got success, popularity, notoriety, you're being known, right? And so what comes with that? So anything that she says, it's like people are gonna like really be like, oh my gosh, you're Annalise Keating, let's interview, let's do this, blah blah. So I feel like this person is afraid of that energy, what comes after those wins, what comes after that success, right? Because anything you can say, I just heard that song, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you know you can't, yes I can. No, you can't, yes I can. So I feel like this could be somebody that was trying to compete with you, trying to one up you, right? But it's like they can't compete where they don't compare. Period. So I feel like this win is going to be very like, they try to discredit you before you got this win. You have this win. You're very trustworthy, very like, oh, okay, well, they're saying this, let's interview them, let's right? So that last case, right, it was like they were trying to bring Annalise Keating down. So this person can see you winning, they try to bring you down because it really has something to do with them. They really don't want to be like outed or something, but it's like you're too busy winning in your life. What do you like? Why do you think why do they think that you're out to get them or you care about them? Like, if you want to be secretly gay, go ahead, be secretly gay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Right? Nobody cares. The only person that cares is you because you're too old to be acting this way. Oh, hiding in the corners because I don't want people to know that I'm this and I'm that. Like, I feel like the only thing that they're stealing, that they're successfully stealing, is their own time, their own progression, their own freedom. So, anyways. Occupation upright. Yeah, you're too busy working. You could care less about this. Listen, if you wanna go hide in the closet and pretend, go ahead. I could not care less. You're not. This individual is not. You're not even like. Why do you think we care? Go ahead, hide. We're over here building success and winning and flying high and reaching for the stars and blah 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 blah. Like, why do you think your sexuality is important to the collective? They don't care. They're not even looking up. They're paying attention to their own work. They're busy. Ideas, light bulbs, right? You're not a factor in their success. So the only I feel like it's really just that. They're afraid of this information being revealed, but it's like you gotta care enough to even, oh, by the way, now that I'm popular and everyone listens to me, let me tell you about this karmic. No. That's pointless. That doesn't. That's their fear, though. It's like that's their fear. So this person could be like a little paranoid. They're paranoid about. I don't know. Their fears are like unjustified. It's like that's why whatever they're gonna end up doing, it's not gonna work because it's like you're attacking someone who's not even paying attention to you because you're afraid of what they might possibly maybe one day say. It's stupid. It is. It's just stupid because nobody cares. Right? Now the initial reaction be like, oh my gosh, really? I didn't know. Wow, that's crazy. And then that's it. The whole world is on to the next trend for the next week. Right? You got like your 2 seconds of, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, wow, that's crazy. And then the world is on to like the next thing. Alright? People are fickle. They don't care. I feel like this person, I don't know, they just, it's really annoying. They really want to stop you so bad because they're afraid of their identity being revealed. On the bottom of the deck it says concern. upright. This is a grown-ass man, and you're concerned because, oh no, what if people find out I'm really... Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good thing? Because you're the only one that's getting in the way of your happiness and your truth, and the collective is over here working and busy, and they don't care about this. You're a grown-ass man. Worried about he said, she said, right? Trying to steal someone's credibility, reputation. Like, you got bigger fish to fry. Right? Like, you got worry about yourself. Right? And it's crazy too, because the people like this don't even realize that they're going to be outed one way or another. And a lot of the times, when people in this energy, they do this, right? They attack other people to hide who they are. They don't realize, but that energy alone is what's going to reveal them for who they are. And you could be all the way in a different state over yonder, just living your life, and they're not even realizing that they're being exposed in their community, in their world, in their environment, and people are picking up on it. And it's just like, you don't even have to do anything. And they're so worried about you doing something. Anyways. Not your monkey, not your circus. So leave them alone. Let them be in this weird energy, afraid because they can't steal something from you, and like biting their nails. They're worried because who they are is going to be revealed anytime. Listen, let them sit in their paranoia. Let them. Right? You got other things to do. I'll get one. The Lover, upright. Well, came out on the fence, but whatever. The Lover, you are surrounded by possibilities for pleasure. Enjoy the moment with you, all you find attractive. Wait, what? Enjoy the moment with you. Oh, enjoy the moment with all you find attractive. Okay. So this could be an ex-lover of yours, an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband. So you could have picked up that this person had a little twang in their boot, and you're like, I'm not really what you want. I'm going to go let you be great, and I'm going to go work on myself and go do what I got to do what I want to do, go reach for the stars. And if you want to go hide in that closet, go ahead. That's perfectly fine. And I feel like that's why this person's so... This person can know or feel or think that you know or think or feel something about them. Right? And the reason why they're so paranoid about it is because there's truth to it. But you don't care enough to act on that or speak on that. You've got other things to do. You're busy with your life. So I feel like, and I also feel like this person was trying to take your credibility or your reputation, because it's kind of like there's people would listen to you. They wanted to discredit you because it's something about, if you were to say something or speak up about this individual, they know people are going to believe it because of who you are as a person, as an individual. Your character speaks for itself. So they wanted to tarnish your character, your reputation, your credibility, to the point where, oh no, she's just crazy or he's just crazy, don't listen to him, right? But that's not the case. Yeah. I feel like they're just afraid of being outed by you, but that's, first of all, as a collective, as a member of a collective, you're not, that's something you know, that's, you don't do that. Okay? But they're so afraid, they wanted to, it's like a preemptive strike, but it's unnecessary, uncalled for, unneeded. But they didn't know that, they don't know that, but they're going to find out, or they have already been finding out. You did all this for what? You're doing all this for what? The Lover. You are surrounded by possibilities for pleasure. Enjoy the moment with all you find attractive. Love's gentle power you'll attract with graceful manners, charm, and tact. You'll find true love by working less and smiling more to look your best. Enjoy yourself and celebrate. The one you're with may be your mate. So as you're working hard, and I feel like in this season you're going to meet someone, right? But because you've been working so hard, working on your inner self, your work, your job, your success, your life, blah, 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 doing what you need to do to make sure that you are able to unblock those blockages and heal what you got to heal. It's like moving. Oh my gosh, thank you. You know how in the game of Jumanji, the original Jumanji, right? How like when someone takes their turn, the pieces automatically move, right? But the pieces don't move when it's not that piece's turn yet. And when the other person goes, that's when like the animals, the pieces, they end up moving. So it's like while you've been healing and removing blockages and just focusing on what you got to focus on, whoever this lover is, right, your divine feminine or your divine masculine that's been partnered up for you by the divine, while you've been working and doing what you got to, the top of my head is so itchy right now. While you've been working and doing what you got to do, you've got like, I don't know, like their piece has been moving closer and closer to you. So I think that's pretty cool. And you're not even, it's so funny too because someone is moving closer to you, okay? You're not exactly really paying attention because you're like, I got things to do. Like I gotta do this, I gotta do that, right? And like one of these days, you're gonna end up looking up and your person's gonna be right in your face. I feel like it's something like that. It's like a face to face. Like you're just gonna look up one day and there's your person. Okay? That's one of these days. One of these days. I'm thinking like before December, definitely after Halloween. So like in November. Pumpkin is what I'm getting too. So, and then you have this person over here. Are they going to tell you? First of all, no one's worried about you. Okay? You grown ass man, baby. No one's worried about you. And on top of that, you're whoever, oh my god, she's going to say, or oh my god, he's going to say. They're in a whole nother connection. They're about to be. And you're worried about just, I get in some places, right? Religions, communities, parts of the world where this having a certain identity can be life-threatening, right? But I feel like this person, they're more afraid of being who they are than they are afraid of what people will think this is who they are or see them for who they are. They're more afraid of being free, okay, than what people will think about them being free, right? So the reason why I'm saying that is because I really don't feel and think that wherever this person is, their fear and paranoia it's warranted. I really don't feel like it's for them to have this fear and paranoia. It would be as if they are in a religion or a community or a part of the world where if people find out, you get beat. Okay, that's how big and strong their fear and paranoia is about their identity being seen or revealed or shown. Okay. But I feel like where they are physically, that's not really, all right. It's not really necessary. Like it's a lot of like, it's a lot in their head. Okay. This could be an air sign masculine, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra masculine. Or they're just afraid about this communication coming out and the partnerships close to them are going to be affected some kind of way. Or like, this could even be like a person who's like secretly down low, but because something about the future. This would be like a man who's like secretly down low, but they'll marry a woman because it'll guarantee them a better future in their mind and their upbringing and their head and their logic than it would be to be marrying who they really want, which would be a man. Or a woman who's secretly down low marrying a man, but what they really want to be with is a woman, but marrying a man would guarantee them the future that they actually want or want to seem like they, you know, it's more about appearances really. So anyways, you don't care about this person. Okay, you got a whole you got a whole life that you're working with, okay? And they're not a factor. I don't know why they're making it seem like it's such a big deal, but to them it is. So it is what it is. Okay, that's fine, but the problem is that they're going to try and do something to attack you because it's like, well, I can't let... They're going to say something. And first of all, relax, because the collective could care less about your down low love affairs. Nobody cares. Okay? And if you care that badly, maybe you should, like, stop. Okay? And, or, you know, be honest about who you are. That way you wouldn't be so afraid. Right? How are you going to be afraid of, like... It's so weird. Like, let's say this person is a thief. And they're so afraid that people are going to find out they're a thief. Maybe just stop stealing. Maybe stop doing that and you wouldn't be so afraid. Right? Maybe stop lying and you wouldn't be so afraid. Maybe stop cheating and you wouldn't be so afraid. Maybe stop manipulating and you wouldn't be so afraid that people are going to find out that you're a cheater or a liar or a manipulator or a thief. Maybe you could stop. Alright? And that's not your problem. You don't care. You want to go be a liar? Go be a liar. You want to go be a cheater? Go be a cheater. You want to be down low? Go be down low. You want to be a thief? Go be a thief. Alright? But they can't do that in your energy. Okay? And I feel like by them doing something or attempting to do something in your energy to try to discredit you because they're afraid of the revelation that's going to come out with them is going to backfire on them. Because you don't care. You have a whole nother divine feminine, divine masculine about to like look you in your face and be like, yep, that's mine. Alright, I'm going to get like 4. We have the romantic, which is the Knight of Chalices. Somebody's offering something to you, and it's love. Is it love? Is it love? Is it love? Is it love? Knight of Chalices. And this man is riding on a wave of, like, water. I'm getting a wave of emotions. This man is riding on a wave of emotions. He's got so much love to give to you. And the romantic. This is... It's giving, like old-timey romance. I'm getting like 1940s, like the women with like the brim hats and like those dresses, and they're taking a stroll in the park and they're being courted. It's like that. It's kind of like that energy. You see, this man is like riding on a wave of emotions. He's got a full cup and he's headed towards you. You see, that's the romantic. That's the Knight of Chalices. What is that in the water? I think there's so for a lot of you, if this is like an ex of yours, an ex-friend, ex-coworker, ex-family member, ex-lover, for some of you it could be an ex-lover, and you kind of picked up on it, you got a little twang in your boot. I'm good on that because I'm not really what you want. I'm not really who you want, which is perfectly fine. But I'm gonna go find me a woman that wants a man, or a man that wants a woman, and that's perfectly fine, right? If you're a man that wants a man, that's great. If you're a woman that wants a woman, that's great. But don't be attacking people because you can't sit in that reality of yourself. Don't do that. Okay? No one's judging you. You're the only one that's judging yourself. But I feel like this man, whoever is going towards you, feels like a divine masculine and they're going towards a divine feminine. This man doesn't care that there's like this monster of an individual around you. They don't care about that. They're going to ride past and be like, my love. It's something, it's very like dreamy, romantic, early 1940s, like courting energy. It's something like that. Very like romantic. I mean, we have the lover and then we have the romantic, Knight of Cups, Knight of Chalices. So yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Right? It's giving it's giving rom-com kind of energy, like The Notebook or something like that, whatever this is. There's a lot of romance in this, a lot of swooning, a lot of right? That's the energy that this masculine or this feminine is going towards you. Women can, be romantic too. I've seen women give men flowers too, right? Men like flowers too. Okay, they're pretty. Who doesn't like flowers? But there's something very romantic and very like swoon worthy about this. This could even be someone popping up at your job with like a bouquet of flowers and you're busy working, and it's like something like that. Because I feel like this person, they're about to come in and this woman is working. So either you're out running errands, or you're at your job, or you're doing something within the community, and this person's going to pop up with like a bouquet of flowers or like a declaration of love or something like that. It's going to be, it's like what is it? Like a public confession, or like a declaration of their feelings, or like confessing their feelings or whatever to you. But the way it's going to be done, it's very romantic and like, are we in a movie right now? Because that's a little too like theatrical, dramatic, right? But I don't know. My nose is itchy. My nose is itchy. Alright. Let me get 3 more. I'm hearing hear ye, hear ye. Okay? I'm getting let down your long hair. So this person, they want to like free you from something, or they want to like show you that. I feel like I'm getting like Rapunzel. Rapunzel lets down her hair, the knight in shining armor. You need to have the strength and the fortitude and the wisdom and the ability and the skills and the patience to climb up, not just the tower, but to climb up the tower on her hair. You gotta hold yourself up. Alright? So whoever this person is, I feel like they're gonna be able to like, I don't know, there's weight behind their actions and their words. Right? Like this is a knight. Like he's not a knight for no reason. He's a knight because he earned that title. To get knighted, like back in the day, you would have to do something grand and amazing, or you know, your loyalty and your skills and your dedication, blah 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 blah, to the king or queen to be knighted. Right? That's a title that's guaranteed you out of, you know, your service or your recognition or whatever the case it is. So whoever this knight is, they've earned that title and they're about to go for their. I've also been seeing a lot of like memes of like a knight and like a damsel, like, and they're always embracing each other in like a loving embrace. And the captions are so funny sometimes, but I've been seeing that nonstop for like the past couple weeks. So this knight is going after his damsel. You're his damsel. Distressed or not, he's going after you, right? Or you're the divine masculine, you're going after your damsel. Like you're distressed or not, or whether or not she's working, or whether or not, like you're gonna let her know, like, let down your hair because I'm about to climb up the tower. Like, you know? I'm also hearing, I've waited long enough. That's coming from the knight. I've waited long enough. Who's this? Forgives. So you could have to forgive somebody, or somebody's asking for forgiveness, or seeking forgiveness. Forgives. Let the healing power of compassion overcome any tendency to seek revenge. Use that energy. I feel like you're going to have to use that. You're going to have to transmute something. Close your eyes to petty faults and Cupid will turn somersaults. Forgive yourself and others too, who also search for something new. Learn what you can from what transpired and be not in the blaming game mired. So, for some of you, this night, whoever the person that's saying, I've waited long enough, this could be someone that is like, you don't want to talk to, or you haven't talked to in a while, or it could be seeking your forgiveness, or you are being called to forgive. I don't know what you're going to do about that. Do with that what you will. Alright, but it seems as though you're being guided to like forgive them. Alright? Because at some point you also have to realize, are you not forgiving because you're being petty? Or are you not forgiving because you're actually in pain and you're hurting and you're upset with this individual and you will never forgive them? But I feel like in this situation, it's just like pettiness. Like forgive and move on. And this knight is like, I've waited long enough. Like I'm, what more do you want me to do? I'll climb your hair. I've waited long enough. So, do with that what you will. Alright? I feel like the reason why there's something so dramatic about this is because underneath this, I feel like that's like a sea monster in the water. Whoever this knight is, I feel like the reason why it's so public and dramatic is because this person, this knight, knows that there's like some kind of monster around you. And the way that they're doing this, the reason why they're doing it like this is because they're letting this immature man around you know, like, yeah, that's mine. Like, that's my damsel, or that's my knight in shining armor. I'm letting you know right now. They're doing something so public. It's kind of like stating, marking their territory, or like publicly claiming you as theirs, right? It's something like that. Very dramatic. I feel like that's why it's being done this way. That's why they're doing it this way, all right? Or like a popping up at your job with a bouquet of flowers. Is so-and-so here? I'm here to see the love of my life, so-and-so. And of course, everyone's going to hear that. Everyone's going to see that. Everyone's going to end up, what? Talking about it. That news is going to get back to this individual, right? So, something like that. Like, nobody's worried about this mature man in reverse. Nobody's worried. Like, they're the only ones sitting in their own worries. But, you know, let it be like that. Oh yeah, so let me get 3 more. Ooh, jeez. Justice. That's the 3rd time I've seen it in like the past 24 hours. Right? I was just talking about the Supreme Court Justice. And the other day, like a couple hours ago actually, like last night, I seen somebody with a water bottle, and the water bottle said justice. Right? And look. Justice. Karma. Justice. Wait, justice, karma. So there's something about a truth. Things are being balanced out. There's also something about, I've been getting like good karma. Like, Wheel of Justice, good karma lately. Like the past 2 days I've been getting that. I feel like you have a lot of good energy around you. And this person, they have, oh my gosh. They have good energy around them as well. So you don't have blockages. This person, they've waited long enough and there's nothing really blocking them from going towards you now. Now they're ready to express something to you. Something about their emotions and their feelings. And I keep hearing, I've waited long enough. I keep hearing like a bouquet of flowers in someone's hand. But like, not being received, but to be given. This person could be like a mirror of you. This person could also be mirroring your emotions, or you guys are like mirroring each other without even realizing it. Like, I feel like it's like emotionally mirroring somebody. Like if you're feeling giddy and happy and joyful, whoever this person is, they can like pick up on it. I feel like when they pick up on your joyful, giddy emotions, they want to like, it's like they want you to sit in that. Not for their own personal gain, but because they can tell that you're genuinely enjoying life or your energy, and they want you to revel in that. They want you to like, it's kind of like, yeah, that's my girl, enjoy it. Or yeah, like, that's my guy, enjoy it. Like, they're genuinely cheering you on. That is so sweet. That's sweet. Okay. I'll get 2 more. Jeez, man. I think I'm gonna have to close the reading. I got 2. We got the 7 of Birds reverse, 7 of Birds, 7 of Swords reverse, and then Infinite Paths, the Sun reverse. So who would this mature man be? I think, so for some of you, this mature man in reverse could be like a karmic Leo. Or because you figured out who they are, who this person in your energy was, who this, the mature man in reverse, you figured out who was the one that was like being weird and sabotaging you and doing this and doing that out of fear of their own paranoias. I feel like when you figured out who they are, like their tactics, their attacks, their magic, it just, awareness is amazing. When you're aware of something, the attacks, the magics, the strategies, the plans, the plots, the ploys, it's like it just fizzles out because it's like I see it, and when you see it, it's like it's easy to avoid. It's easy to like overstep, overcome. So whoever this mature man was in your energy, they were hiding their whatever they were doing. They're trying to be sneaky about it, and you can see exactly what they're doing. You caught this individual. They can't, I don't know, they can't like feed off of you or like make you seem like you're something you're not. And I think this monster that was like, so I've been talking about a monster in the water with this Knight of Chalices, right? I feel like this mature man in reverse, they were doing something like emotionally or hiding their emotions, but like, and also like acting on their emotions like in a negative way, or acting on their negative emotions, trying to manipulate things for you out of like attack or defense, or I don't know, something stupid like that. And I feel like this Knight of Chalices realized like you're actually not the monster in the water. It's this person that's the monster in the water. So they've been seen not just by you, but by like a knight in shining armor. And what does a knight do? They fight and defend the honor of their damsel. That's what they do. But they got to figure out why are you up in the tower in the first place? How did you get up there? Who put you in there? Right? And this mature man in reverse did. This monster. Like, how can you're stuck in a tower, the tower's in the middle of the water, but you can't even jump down into the water because there's a monster in the water. So how are you going to get away? So you have this knight that's about to chop up that monster in the water and be like, my lady, hear ye, hear ye. Right? It's like like, not only is this monster being defeated publicly, but this knight is also going to express their feelings to you publicly. It's like a 2 birds with 1 stone kind of energy. And there's nothing that this mature man in reverse can do. It's like they can't hide in the water. They can't hide their emotions. This mature man in reverse went down a wrong path. They were doing things that were leading them nowhere because out of their own fear and paranoia, and that got them nothing but chopped up, and that's it. Your path is no more. You don't exist anymore. I'll show you the cards. 7 of Swords, 7 of Birds, reverse. Or it came out in reverse, but I'll show you upright. And then that's the 7 of Birds. And then that's the Sun. Oh, that's the Paths. That's the Sun. Oh my gosh, hold on. That's the Sun. That's the Paths. And we have these 2 cards fell on top of Justice upright. So a lot of you, for some of you, it would be as if one, take it how it resonates, one masculine or one feminine, one individual gets defeated, right? You lose one individual, you gain another. You lose a karmic feminine, you gain a divine feminine. You lose a karmic masculine, you gain a divine masculine. Okay? It's like a life for a life. Something of equal or greater value. It's a balance, right? You lose something, but you also have to fill the space to reset the scales, right? So if you're going to lose something, you get your divine masculine or your divine feminine, and that's the balance for you. I feel like whoever this individual is, for some of you, if it's a karmic feminine or karmic masculine, they were really, there was such an imbalance to the point where, like, I feel like something was already done in the spiritual, but now this knight, a woman could be a knight too, by the way. Look at, what is it? Brienne from Game of Thrones. I love her. Very tall and strong, right? I love women in power. Anyways, this knight, whether they're feminine or masculine, whatever was done or is being done in the spiritual to this karmic individual, this knight is going to finish it in the physical. All right, which is like letting it be known that you're their person, and anybody that has a problem with it can get cut down with their sword. Simple. Because their feelings for you, their emotions for you, their intentions for you, they're not, no, that's my person. So, all right, so this is the reading. Bye.